There are connections that touch far more than the visible relationship. Two people meet, and with them, two histories meet two emotional worlds, two ancestral lines, two ways of loving, protecting, surviving, giving, receiving, holding, and belonging. Through intimacy, affection, sexuality, commitment, conflict, caregiving, family, shared dreams, separation, reconciliation, or simply time spent deeply intertwined. Energy can move, strength can be given away. Emotions can be carried for another, roles can be exchanged. Patterns can pass between two people. And without conscious intention, connection can slowly become entanglement. The deeper the bond has reached, the more there can be to restore. Through relationships still present, through those that change shape, through those that ended, faded, broke apart, or never fully found completion. Wherever energy, vitality, love, strength, desire, confidence, attention, creativity, emotional capacity, or life force became given, absorbed, carried, exchanged, inherited, projected, surrendered, attached, or left behind, it can begin finding its way back to where it truly belongs. Not by taking from another, not by erasing love, not by denying what was shared, only by restoring right belonging. What authentically belongs to one returns to one. What belongs to another returns to another. What belongs to a lineage returns to that lineage. And what was truly created together remains only in the form that is healthy and rightful. Every burden carried on behalf of a partner, their pain, wounds, fears, healing, stability, survival, happiness, choices, or destiny. Every place where love became rescuing, protecting, fixing, waiting, sacrificing, overgiving, carrying, or becoming responsible for what another could not hold, can begin releasing its hold. Fear of abandonment, fear of betrayal, rejection, control, jealousy, dependency, withdrawal, silence, the need to prove love through suffering, the belief that closeness requires self-loss, the belief that loyalty means carrying another person's wounds. And deeper still, where ancestral lines became intertwined through love, what passed unconsciously between families can begin returning to its rightful place. Sorrow, shame, fear, sacrifice, abandonment, domination, betrayal, emotional deprivation, old patterns of loveless unions, forbidden love, forced bonds, broken promises, loss, or generational conflict. What belongs to one lineage does not need another lineage to carry it. Each can recover its own strength, its own history, its own unfinished material, its own capacity to love without displacement. And with that restoration, the ability to relate without losing oneself can return, to love without depletion, to receive without guilt, to give without disappearing, to remain close without absorbing another person's entire emotional world. Where a relationship is still alive, what is mutual can remain, what is loving can remain, what is true can remain without exhaustion, without overextension, without carrying what belongs elsewhere. Where a relationship has changed, the bond can change with it. And where a relationship has truly ended, what continued beyond its natural completion can finally release. Residual attachment, unfinished exchange, old obligations, unspoken agreements, sexual residue, projected futures, roles that no longer exist, promises belonging to another chapter, paths still kept alive through grief, longing, fear, guilt, anger, memory, or habit.
What belongs to each person returns. What belongs to each lineage returns. What was surrendered through fear or survival is restored. What was lost through overgiving returns. What was absorbed unconsciously is released. What was truly learned remains as wisdom.
Nothing meaningful needs to be erased. Nothing real needs to be denied. Only what became misplaced, entangled, or carried beyond its rightful place is allowed to move again, until again within its own inheritance. And every part once scattered through love, attachment, sacrifice, longing, devotion, conflict, or loss can begin returning home. Not closed, not hardened, restored. Able to love without disappearing. Able to receive without fear. Able to give without losing itself. And from this place, love can gently return to these connections. A deeper reconciliation between hearts, between stories, between lineages, so that what was once shared can finally rest in peace and love.